Hi, YouTube. Hope everyone is having a great Sunday. This is an impromptu video, so I don't have any scriptures today. But I'm just gonna be freestyling it about my weekend. So this video is about really just about parenthood, to be honest with you. So recently, my son actually graduated, and it was just a phenomenal time. But I also just seeing him walk across the stage, it made me think just even about my own personal life and things that I walked through. And one, I was just grateful, to be honest with you, to be grateful to be able to witness that moment, being thinking about everything that I've experienced. I'm very grateful because certain things I don't even know how I walked through, to be honest with you. If I tell my whole story, but that as well as thinking about my son, how he was raised and things like that, and all the love that was in the room and how much support and how much even as an adult, him as an adult and me being a mother to an adult son, that kids still need that. Young adults still need that from the mother and the father. Now, I understand the dynamics usually change. People divorce, I totally understand that. So I think it's still important to still try to make it work for as co-parenting. I was lucky because my son is surrounded with so much love, not even just from me, like his father, his stepmom, his grandmother, even the people that weren't in the graduation, um, people that, were texting at that time, even, after the graduation, people that dapped my son up and saying, he's destined for greatness and, all the love that my son was surrounded by and the guidance and things like that. It made me think how important that really is, even as adult children, that they really still need that from both parents. Um, because the thing about it is, me as a mother, it's only so much I know. Like, I only know so much. And plus, I'm a woman, I'm not a man. And as a young black male, especially in this world, it's certain things I can't really relate to. So, by the grace of God, I'm very grateful to have his father be able to take on that, and even his stepmom when she pours into my son. So it's very fortunate for the family dynamics that I have, but it also makes me think of certain young adults that don't have that support, that don't have that guidance. And I think it's just so important because when I look at my own personal life, I felt like if I knew what I knew now and I had certain, I'm trying to word this correctly. If I was guided in certain retrospects about, especially when it came to certain relationships and things like that, I feel like I wouldn't have made the decisions that certain decisions that I made. And I think we all can possess that. I think we all can get to a point where it's like I've learned from those things, but if I would have known what I know now, but I'm grateful for it because I wouldn't be who I am now. That's why I think in my other videos I was speaking about how important it is to truly heal and make amends with people, apologize, restore relationship if it's possible, because especially with the family dynamics, because your children are affected by those things. Like you don't realize it. Um, and unfortunately, in certain situations, I didn't realize my son was being affected by it, and where everything is fine now. But you don't realize about certain grudges you may hold over. Let's just say your child's mother, child's father. It really doesn't do the child any good. But at the end of the day, the child is always affected. And we think sometimes when our children get older, it's like they don't need it. That's absolutely not true, because at 21 I didn't even know it all. You need to learn, you still need to grow, and you still need guidance. That's a never ending evolving thing, and guidance is so important, especially living in a world where there's so much peer pressure, and it's like the world with media, the part of pool. If you don't have guidance or any type of compass of what to do and not to do, you 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 just go the way of the world. So I'm lucky that he's surrounded by not only love but true guidance. And that's what I want for every young male and female, to have a support system, no matter how the family dynamic looks like. As long as it's like love and support, and that child is being poured into. And it doesn't stop once they turn 18. It's a continuous thing, because we are people that are constantly evolving. We're constantly learning about ourselves. That's why I was telling my son, always know that you're growing. Always know that there's something to learn about the world and yourself. I'm constantly learning things about myself. Like, oh, it's a constant evolving. And that's what wisdom comes from, experience. But to know that they can, your adult child can go out in the world knowing that, okay, I have the support of my parents. That gives them that little, I believe, like, to be like, I can do this, and that motivation. But also to know that if things don't work out, they can come home. They have that thing to fall back on. So I just think that was important when I saw that. And then just seeing all the young males and females walk across that stage, and seeing the mothers cry, the grandmas, because it takes a village, to be honest with you, to raise a child. Like, I truly was lucky, having my son at 16 and being that young, but I had so much support. Like, even when that period where I wasn't my best and things happened, and I still had support. And the fact that when you see your kids come out of certain spaces and there's still these phenomenal young men and women, that just makes you immensely grateful of the grace that God has shown you, and like shown me, so. And I just think it's important, especially our youth. Like, our youth, oh my goodness, they need so much guidance and love and direction, you know. So even as a parent, like I said, there's no handbook, and don't feel any shame for the things you coulda, woulda, shoulda did. Like I said, I mean, you do the best you can, but when you've learned from it and you gain wisdom from it, avoid making those same mistakes again, and just replenish those relationships that you need to pour into, in which the main relationship is God, of course, and yourself. So your children could see a better version of you. That's the thing. Like, let them see a better version of you. And that's why I had to show my son a very different version of myself. I'm not proud of myself, how far I came. But just to see the love and the support, I just want every young adult to have that, and to see, this next phase of his life, and that he knows he has all of this support and love. And I want every young adult to have that type of support, regardless of the family dynamics, because I understand sometimes things don't work out. But if you're blessed to have that, hold on to that. Hold on to that. Hold on to that, because children need it. Because the ways of the world is crazy. And children need to be protected. Young adults, small children. So I was just so proud, to be honest with you, and just the love that was radiating in the room, and just to see it, and see how far he came, especially for where we came, um, and being a young black man. If you know anything, it's I'm not a young black man, but from what I've seen, it's challenges will come his way, but I have faith, and I know he's going to be fine. I don't really worry about that, but because he has so much love and guidance around him. So I just wanted to make this video. Like I said, it's an impromptu video, but just be there, like, for your adult children. Don't ever think that they don't need you. Try to, if it's possible, fix those relationships with your kids. Like, if it's possible, really try to be as active as you can in your adult children, even your small children, but especially adult children, because the world, it could be a harsh place, and they need to have somewhere soft to land if things don't work out. So I hope this encourages someone that just, show up for your kids. They notice and they pay attention. You know, they need you. They may not say it, but they truly need your love and support. So until the next video, please comment, like, and subscribe, and you have a good evening.